In the late 1950s, at the height of the Cold War, the United States Air Force conceived a plan so audacious it remained secret for decades. Known as Project A119, or a study of lunar research flights, the project aimed to detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon. The idea was not just about science, it was a calculated move in the escalating space race, designed to demonstrate American technological might after the Soviet Union's early successes. The plan was shrouded in secrecy, with only a handful of scientists aware of its existence. Today, we unravel the story behind this extraordinary project and the motivations that drove it. The launch of Sputnik 1 by the Soviet Union in 1957 sent shockwaves through the United States. The first artificial satellite in orbit marked the beginning of the space race and triggered what became known as the Sputnik crisis. The American public and government were caught off guard, especially after the failure of Project Vanguard. In response, the U.S. rapidly accelerated its space initiatives, founding NASA and launching Explorer 1. Amid this climate of urgency and competition, Project A119 was born, a bold attempt to reclaim technological prestige and boost national morale. Project A119 was initiated in 1958, with the United States Air Force commissioning the Armor Research Foundation to study the effects of a nuclear explosion on the moon. The main goal was to create a visible explosion that could be seen from Earth, serving as a powerful demonstration of American capability. At the time, rumors circulated that the Soviets were planning a similar feat, further fueling the urgency. The project was kept top secret, with only a select group of scientists involved, including some who would later become famous in their fields. A 10-member team led by Leonard Riefel at the Illinois Institute of Technology was tasked with evaluating the feasibility and scientific value of detonating a nuclear device on the moon. Among the team were renowned astronomer Gerard Kuiper and a young Carl Sagan, who was responsible for modeling the dust cloud that would result from the explosion. The team debated the type of warhead to use, ultimately settling on the lightweight W-25 warhead due to missile payload limitations. Their work combined cutting-edge science with the intense pressures of Cold War competition. The plan called for a W-25 nuclear warhead, with a yield of 1.7 kilotons, to be launched by rocket and detonated on the moon's terminator, the boundary between lunar day and night. This location was chosen for maximum visibility from Earth, as the explosion's dust cloud would be illuminated by the sun. The hope was that the flash would be visible to the naked eye, sending a clear message of American technological prowess. However, the risks were significant, including the possibility of the missile failing and returning to Earth or contaminating the moon for future exploration. Despite the detailed planning, Project A119 was canceled in January 1959. The risks were deemed too great, including the danger of a failed launch and the potential for nuclear fallout contaminating the moon. There were also concerns about the international reaction and the long-term consequences for lunar research and colonization. Ultimately, officials decided that a moon landing would be a more positive and inspiring achievement, leading to the project's quiet abandonment. The decision marked a turning point, shifting focus from military displays to peaceful exploration. Interestingly, the United States was not alone in considering such a dramatic display. The Soviet Union had its own secret plan, known as Project E4, which also aimed to detonate a nuclear device on the moon. Like the American project, it was ultimately canceled due to fears of a failed launch and the risk of the warhead falling back to Earth. Both superpowers recognized the dangers and potential for international incidents, choosing instead to pursue other avenues in the space race. For decades, Project A119 remained hidden from public knowledge. It wasn't until 2000 that Leonard Riefel, the project's leader, revealed its existence. The story gained further attention when it was discovered that Carl Sagan had referenced the project in his academic applications, inadvertently leaking classified information. The details were later confirmed through declassified documents and media reports, sparking debate about the ethics and motivations behind such a plan. The revelation highlighted the lengths to which nations would go during the Cold War to assert dominance. The legacy of Project A119 is a reminder of the intense rivalry and high stakes of the Cold War era. The project was ultimately abandoned in favor of peaceful exploration, leading to the historic Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. Treaties like the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty and the Outer Space Treaty ensured that space would remain free from nuclear weapons. Today, Project A119 stands as a cautionary tale about the dangers of militarizing space and the importance of international cooperation in scientific discovery.